A Formula One car is the pinnacle of automotive engineering, thanks to its unparalleled performance, precision, and innovation. These cars achieve over 1,000 horsepower from high-revving engines, feature advanced aerodynamics, and are built using cutting-edge materials like carbon fiber and titanium. Adapting a Formula One powertrain for road use is highly challenging. These engines are optimized for short, intense races, requiring frequent maintenance and operating at extreme temperatures. But that didn't stop manufacturers from trying to put F1 engines and powertrains into road-going cars, and many achieved that goal with varying degrees of success. Here are the 9 road-legal cars with Formula One engines. Number 9. The BMW 02 Series. The BMW 02 Series, produced from 1966 to 1975, is an unexpected entry when considering its connection to high-performance engines. This compact sedan was powered by a range of inline-4 engines from 1.6 liter to 2.0 liters, all derived from the M10 engine family. Remarkably, this same engine architecture served as the foundation for the M13 Turbo, a Formula One powerhouse capable of producing up to 1,500 horsepower. In the 2 Series, however, the performance was far more modest. Output ranged from 74 horsepower in the 1052 model to 168 horsepower in the sporty 2002 Ti. Torque figures varied between 118 Nm and 240 Nm, offering respectable performance for its class. Power was delivered to the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual transmission, with an optional 5-speed manual sourced from ZF available on certain models. Unlike many exclusive low-production sports cars of its era, the BMW 02 Series was a mass-market success. Over 837,000 units were produced across all variants, cementing its status as a practical yet spirited choice for drivers of the time. Number 8. The Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. The Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale is the road-legal counterpart of the Tipo 33 racing prototype, blending cutting-edge performance with breathtaking design. Between 1950 and 1988, Alfa Romeo developed 3 distinct V8 engines for various racing series, including Formula One. The 33 Stradale's 2.0-liter V8 was derived from an F1 variant, featuring a 90-degree design and a flat-plane crankshaft. In road-going trim, the engine produced 227 horsepower at 8,800 RPM and 206 Nm of torque at 7,000 RPM. However, Alfa Romeo's factory specifications suggest the engine could deliver 254 horsepower with a freer-flowing exhaust system. Power from the mid-mounted engine was sent to the rear wheels via a 6-speed manual transaxle. Weighing just 700 kilograms, the lightweight 33 Stradale achieved impressive performance. It could sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.5 seconds and could reach a top speed of 260 kilometers per hour. Designed by Franco Scaglione and built by Carrozzeria Marazzi, the 33 Stradale is often hailed as one of the most beautiful cars ever created. With only 18 examples in existence, it remains a rare and iconic masterpiece that seamlessly combines artistry with engineering brilliance. Number 7. The Alfa Romeo Montreal. While the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale was a lightweight sports car, the Breton-designed Montreal leaned more toward the sporty Grand Tourer category. Debuting in 1970, the Montreal borrowed the 33 Stradale's Formula One-inspired engine, but introduced key modifications. It replaced the flat-plane crankshaft with a smoother cross-plane design and increased the displacement to 2.6 liters for a more refined performance. The 90-degree DOHC V8 produced 197 horsepower at 6,500 RPM or 230 horsepower under the SAE rating. Torque measured 235 Nm at 4,750 revolutions per minute. Power was delivered to the rear wheels through a 5-speed ZF manual transmission, enabling the Montreal to sprint from 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds and reach a top speed of 224 km per hour. The Montreal remains a standout in Alfa Romeo's history, offering a balance of F1-derived engineering and grand touring sophistication. Number 6. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Few cars in automotive history are as iconic as the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, a model rooted in Formula One technology. Its engine shared its core architecture with the W196 F1 car, which debuted in 1954 with a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline 8, producing 257 horsepower. By 1955, the 300 SLR arrived, featuring an enlarged 3.0-liter version of the same engine, delivering a formidable 310 horsepower. The 300 SLR was the brainchild of Rudolf Uhlenhaut, with two fixed-head coupe versions affectionately bearing his name. Despite its engineering brilliance, the car is often remembered for the tragic 1955 Le Mans disaster, which resulted in 82 fatalities. Despite this dark chapter, the 300 SLR remains a symbol of innovation and rarity. One of the two 1955 Uhlenhaut coupe recently sold for a staggering 135 million euros, solidifying its place as one of the most valuable cars ever created. Number 5. The Yamaha OX99-11. Yamaha is best known for its motorcycles, but in 1991, the company ventured into supercars with the Yamaha OX99-11. The car took its name from its power plant, the OX99 engine. Originally developed for Formula One, this 3.5-liter V12 was a high-raving marvel capable of producing over 560 horsepower in race trim at over 10,000 RPM. The engine was detuned for road use to deliver 400 horsepower at 10,000 RPM and 285 Nm of torque. Weighing just 1,150 kilograms, the OX99-11 boasted blistering performance, accelerating from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.2 seconds and reaching a top speed of 350 km per hour. Its design was as unconventional as its origins. Featuring a tandem seating layout under a fighter jet-style canopy, the OX99-11 looked like no other supercar of its time. Unfortunately, Yamaha's bold experiment was short-lived, with only 3 examples ever built, making it one of the rarest supercars in history. Number 4. 2007 BMW M5. In 2007, BMW unveiled the E60 M5 and E63 M6, powered by one of the most polarizing engines ever featured in an M car, the S85 V10. To this day, it remains the only road-going V10 BMW has ever produced. This high-revving 5-liter engine drew inspiration from BMW's 3-liter P84 Formula One engine, which powered the Williams FW27 during the 2005 F1 season. In the M5 and M6, the S85 delivered an impressive 507 horsepower at 7,750 RPM and 520 Nm of torque at 6,100 RPM. Drivers could choose between a 6-speed manual transmission or the infamous 7-speed SMG, sending all power to the rear wheels. When unrestricted, the M5 could accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.5 seconds with a top speed of 326 km per hour. The S85 also served as the foundation for the S65 V8, which later powered the E92 M3. However, the F1 pedigree and thrilling performance of the S85 engine came at a cost: reliability. One notable requirement was replacing the rod bearings every 90,000 to 1,20,000 kilometers to keep this engineering marvel running smoothly. Number 3. The Ferrari F50. The Ferrari F50 stands out for its Formula One inspired engine and its debated status as a slower successor to the legendary F40. At its core is the Tipo F130B engine, originally crafted for F1 racing but extensively modified for the road. To make it more practical for everyday use, Ferrari increased its displacement from 3.5 liters in the racing version to 4.7 liters. This naturally aspirated V12 produced 520 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 471 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. Mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, the engine powered the rear wheels, propelling the F50 from 0 to 100 km per hour in a swift 3.7 seconds. The car reached a top speed of 325 km per hour, ensuring it delivered thrilling performance despite comparisons to its predecessor. Limited to just 349 units, the F50 remains a rare and prized collectible. For those seeking an even more extreme experience, Ferrari introduced the F50 GT, a track-only version that took performance to another level. Producing a jaw-dropping 720 horsepower, the F50 GT solidified its place in Ferrari's history as one of its most exclusive and high-performing creations. Number 2. The Porsche Carrera GT. Often hailed as one of the best analog supercars ever, the Porsche Carrera GT owes its legendary status to its race-inspired power plant. Porsche originally developed the V10 engine for the British F1 racing team Footwork, but never saw action on the track. Instead, Porsche redesigned this remarkable engine for street use, creating the Carrera GT. The Carrera GT concept debuted with a 5.5-liter V10 version, later enlarged to 5.7 liters in the production model. Featuring a 68-degree V-angle and over-square design, this fuel-injected engine produces 612 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 590 Nm of torque at 5,750 RPM. The result? 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.7 seconds and a top speed of 330 km per hour. Porsche built just 1,270 Carrera GTs, cementing its status as a unique symbol of automotive excellence. Its performance and flawless design remain a shining example of the analog supercar era. Number 1. The Mercedes-AMG One. The Mercedes-AMG One is a perfect example of why putting an entire F1 powertrain in a road-going car is nearly impossible. Bringing this groundbreaking car to life was no easy task, as engineers had to struggle many years to adapt the F1 power plant to meet today's modern reliability and emission standards. The result is a reworked 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 engine with a red line of 11,000 RPM, just below the 15,000 RPM limit in its original F1 configuration. The state-of-the-art V6 engine combines 4 electric motors to deliver an astonishing 1,048 horsepower. The performance speaks for itself, a top speed of 351 km per hour and acceleration from 0 to 200 km per hour in 6 seconds. Its exclusivity is part of its appeal. Mercedes-AMG produced a limited run of 275 units, each priced at $2.72 million, and they all sold out before production even began. But unlike other hypercars in the market, this one will be much more expensive to maintain. Just to give you an idea, its F1-derived 1.6-liter engine requires a complete rebuild every 50,000 kilometers. But for those rich enough to own an AMG One, I don't think that's going to be a matter of concern.